You know, you just can't help but wonder, how does it feel, fake Battlefield fans, to be a part of the Losers Club? You'd believe me, it must be so incredibly sad. Let's get a one in the chat. Cope and seethe.
Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, we setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, we setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, we setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, we setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, we setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a beast.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it!
You know, it really must suck to be a part of the infamous Losers Club. We got a lot of these losers in here today. It's a sad situation. They're starting to slowly trickle in, and we're going to show them the door very quickly. Nonetheless, we got IAD coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Popping the cherry, setting the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere right here live at youtube.com/MichaelDoesLive. Dr. Blitz is coming through with that Lowball Lonnie special as IAD comes through and pops the cherry, sets the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. We are just 3 days away until the launch of Battlefield 6, and this is the game that the internet is hyping up to the moon and back. And apparently it's cinema, and apparently it's peak, and apparently we're so back. Well, unfortunately here today, we have to show you the reality of the situation, and we know it's going to sting. We know it's a big horse pill for you to swallow. But it's what needs to be done because no one else is going to do it. The show fest is very much so alive with Battlefield 6. And if the game were great, I mean, that would be one thing. But the thing is that you've played it. You've already played the game. It's, had an open beta about a month ago rather. And, you saw the cracks in the open beta. The shotgun was so unrealistic. The destruction was laughable. It was just really a sad situation. Christian Romero's coming through. We're getting the lasers back out here.
Battlefield 6 confirmed to play on the disc day 1. No additional downloads. God has finally reached US. Thank you, EA and Battlefield Studios.
That's why we're going live today, because we got motivated by a bunch of these gaming journalists who literally get paid to write nonsense, are talking crazy right now in regards to Battlefield 6. Okay, I don't know where that bullshit started from, but we're going to dissect it here today because it makes zero sense. Christian Romero coming through with the $5 super chat. It's what we love to see. And in the building. And we are going to be discussing that and more here today. The gaming journalists, I guess, don't play video games or understand how they work. Because it's bewildering to me how they could write asinine articles when that's their entire job, to cover the world of video games and do it properly. And they just get this one wrong. I mean, it makes no sense. It seems like they're on the payroll for EA. Seems like they're on the payroll for EA is really what's going on. And they're looking for brownie points. They're looking for validation and approval, because this is a game that you can't talk smack about right now anyway. In about 3 weeks from now, maybe that will change. But right now, this is God's gift to this to this earth. I mean, really, that's what this is. Battlefield 6. That's how they're treating it. It's God's gift to the earth, and you can't talk down on it. You can't have critical feedback on it. You can't have anything negative to say. You can't spin it in any way. Not that I would want to. I mean, I played the thing, and if you played it, then you know exactly how the game turns out. The destruction is laughable. I mean, you guys are hyping this up like it's a simulation first-person shooter when clearly that's not the case. The destruction is so terrible. The Finals has better destruction than Battlefield 6. The destruction in Battlefield 6 is totally laughable. This is, mind you, a next-generation game, right? Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is actually still on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so they can at least excuse some things. But you can't excuse how terrible the destruction is here in Battlefield 6. It's so laughably bad. It's fake destruction. It's aesthetic destruction. It's not real destruction. And, these losers are commenting on my Battlefield videos, and they're saying, name one PlayStation 2 game that has better destruction. And it's quite clear. Red Faction. Red Faction has better destruction than this game. And you could argue, well, one's a single-player game and one is multiplayer. It doesn't matter. This is a game that requires you to constantly be on the internet. That's from what I gather. And with that said, presumably they're offloading some of those components to the servers to help make this thing possible. So it isn't impressive at all, because not only has the Finals done it better, which is, by the way, free to play, but Red Faction on the PlayStation 2 has better destruction than Battlefield 6. Okay? And we've been through this time and time again. In 2021, we came out here the same exact spot, and we told you guys that that game was going to be a total disaster. You didn't want to listen. In fact, you called in, and you shilled Battlefield Portal. I have the streams. We can go and watch them right now, but you wouldn't want to listen. Okay? And that's what you're doing again. You're shilling this slop. Levi's in the building, longest subscriber of the live viewing audience. It's a party in here, and it's what we love to see. That's what we're talking about, black and yellow. Levi in the building, and he's plowing through with the 50-month membership in the building and showing off that loyalty badge in a way that makes sense. And he says Battlefield Bad Company 2 has better destruction. I mean, every game pretty much has better destruction than this slop, but these fake gamers and these boomers and these Battlefield shills want you to believe that this game is nothing but holy water, really, quite frankly. I mean, it's just a sad situation. The destruction in Battlefield 6 looks terrible. We have been covering this game pretty, not too tightly, but we have been covering it here and there, and you guys are not listening. It's very evident and very clear by the comments on the videos that you guys aren't listening, that you don't care, yet you've already given EA your money. And when you're bored of how many maps are in the game? 8, 9 maps? When you're bored of those maps, you can then come over to Greatness, which is, of course, Call of Duty, which is, by the way, free on Game Pass, and you can experience something that's going to be a little bit better, okay? You know, you can laugh about the Call of Duty skins. Bro, they're adding Chucky to Call of Duty. Like, we might have to get that. I'm sorry, but that's interesting, okay? You know? Because let me tell you this. If they added, and you know that I'm right, and you don't want me to be right, but if they added the Expedition 33 characters in Call of Duty, your ass would fire up Call of Duty right now and download it. You would. You wouldn't be complaining about skins. The only reason why you're complaining about skins is because it's not the skins that you want, okay? And Battlefield 6 has no skins like that, you know, because Call of Duty is so rent-free in their head that they have to go out of their way to remind people that, yeah, Call of Duty does exist. But our game's better, by the way, because it's cool to like Battlefield 6, you know. All the losers and the fake gamers are coming on board here, just like that Minecraft movie, you know. It's like a little cultural movement, like, yeah, man, a little pop culture movement. Yeah, man, Battlefield 6, we're so back, peak. And it's like, you guys need to get a job, okay? Get a job and make a better game than Battlefield 6, because Battlefield 6 is a disgrace to the franchise, just like Battlefield 2042 was. And I would argue that Battlefield 2042, as bad as that game is still better than Battlefield 6, because at least Battlefield 2042 brought something new to the table. Battlefield 2042 tried to do something different, and the boomers that hold this franchise back every single time this thing comes out just could not accept the fact that it was changed for the better. I mean, you have tornadoes, you have sandstorms, you have all these different weather effects in Battlefield 2042. Now, you would think that they would maybe bring some of those back, right, if they made sense, right? Nah, scrapped it all. Scrapped it all because, you know what? Those were terrible, right? No, those were actually very interesting. The tornado caused absolute bedlam, absolute mayhem in those crazy matchups with over, 64, 128 players. I mean, you guys are losers if you really honestly think that Battlefield 6 is more interesting looking than Battlefield 2042. And I'm not saying, really, there's not many great Battlefield games. We just played Battlefield 3. We played through the whole campaign. And I'm going to tell you something right here and right now. Speaking of campaign, here's another big disappointment, okay? Battlefield 6 has the worst campaign in a Battlefield game. Okay, I have seen the footage, I have done the assessment, and I can tell you from my perspective that Battlefield 6 has the worst campaign in a Battlefield game. I don't care if you don't care about the campaign. For the 5 people that do care about the campaign, just know that the campaign in Battlefield 6 is trash. Worse than Call of Duty, and that is saying something because there was one year, I think it was Modern Warfare 3, the Call of Duty campaign for that was terrible. But I will tell you that if you're expecting greatness with this campaign, this is terrible. It's a terrible looking campaign. It's a half-assed looking campaign. And not only that, but the campaign needs internet to play, okay? And we're going to go through what you guys are talking about. Christian Merrill has the balls to come in here and donate $5 and say dumbass shit that's not even true. I mean, these journalists need to be fired. They can't even report on facts. It's ridiculous. Here he comes again. Unreal. Look at that timing right there. Christian Romero, big dog Christian Romero. He's coming through. He's got a bone to pick.
99 cents.
Unreal.
I can't wait to get my physical copy of Battlefield 6 and play it straight off the
Shut
disc like
up. That
it's
is not happening. You're so
2007.
dumb. Like, you need to
Kino
get a
and
job,
Comfy
Christian
is back.
Romero. It's unbelievable. Actually, you probably do have one because you're coming through. But I will tell you that you're wrong. I don't know what you guys read and what brainwashed material that you've read, but quite frankly, it's pretty effective. Must be at Jonestown or something because, my God, the articles surrounding that are totally fake. And I'll explain it if you guys can't understand it, but it seems like it's a part of the PR team to continue to shill Battlefield 6. It's a really sad situation, that I can tell you. I need you guys to start sharing this broadcast. Go to the Steam forums. Go to GameFAQs. Go to Reddit. Go to Twitter. Go to 4channel. Get the fucking stream out there. There's people that don't like this game, and we need them in here, okay? It's as simple as that. Because we're starting our own movement, and it's called Battlefield 6 Sucks. Okay? It's really that simple. And I wish the game were great. And unfortunately, we have to buy the game to play it and cover it, but it's going to be really boring. It'll last one weekend, and you guys will get bored of all the small, tiny maps. Because most of the maps look pretty small. I mean, I'm sure there's one big one, but the maps look terrible. In the beta, they were super small. It was a sad situation. And you guys want to just sit there and go, we're so back, it's peak, you know. Well, that's great. Have your little fun for a couple of weeks, and then you realize that you'll wake up and come November, you'll come to Call of Duty. You know? You'll come to Call of Duty and you'll say, well, yeah, Call of Duty is a $30 game at max. It's on Game Pass. You don't need to own it to complete everything on it, really. You get 1 month of the game. You can complete most things within 1 month. And, you know, Battlefield, I mean, I guess if you go the EA Play route, I'm not sure how much that is, but it's just really a sad situation, that I could tell you. See nothing but gray usernames here in this chat. These members like to do this little pre-show talk, and then when World Class is live, they get scared and they skedaddle to do out here. It's just unbelievable. How am I supposed to do a show and you guys can't lock in? Unreal. I'm going to have to raise the prices of memberships to like $15 a month or something. Then you guys will start locking in because you'd be paying a lot more for that. That's what we're talking about, IAD.
I'm just going to stick to Battlefield 4. I don't need anything else.
Well, Battlefield 4 has
The
better
sledgehammer
graphics than
is beyond
Battlefield 6.
indefensible.
Battlefield 4 has better graphics than Battlefield 6, especially the campaign. Not even trolling. I was going to put up a picture that showcases the characters from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 6, and Battlefield 6 has inferior graphics. It's really a sad situation, that I could tell you. IAD is in the building. Let's go ahead and get the lasers out. IAD is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Is what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get you up out of here. We need mods. Where are the mods? Like, this isn't, you know, my God. If we were paying you guys, you'd all be fired. That's why we're not paying you. Unreal. So we got IAD coming through with a $5 super chat. Two-time Tony Hawk combo. He popped the cherry, set the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. We're looking for the Bruce Wayne bucks here today. We got to buy Battlefield 6, unlike you losers. Looks like someone is starting to share the broadcast here. We'll take a look at that. As the viewers continue to dwindle in, slowly but surely, World Class is always right. And it's time for you to get based, okay? It's time for you to stop drinking the Kool-Aid, put it down, and figure it out, because we're tired of these freeloaders in here and these losers coming in here, and they can't discuss the world of video games. They want to discuss Michael. It's not Michael's show. It's the video game show, okay? That's what it is. We're going to rename the show to the video game show, and then maybe you'll understand a little bit more, because it seems like that's a little bit of a hurdle for a lot of these people with special needs, is that they can't get past the fucking title. They can't get past certain things. So we're going to rename it to help you better identify what you're watching and understand it better, because some of you are a little slow. Unbelievable. So here we go, folks. I need you to lock in. One of the chat. Let's go ahead and make it happen. Let's go ahead and make it work in a way that makes sense. Hit the like button. Share the broadcast. Let's go. We don't got all day. Battery's dwindling as we speak. So here we go. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to watch the brand new launch trailer, okay? This is cringe. We're going to watch the brand new launch trailer, okay? They just put this out today. Game comes out in, what, 72 hours? Less than that, maybe? They just put out the launch trailer today. We're going to watch the launch trailer together. I think this is a terrible way to sell your game, and I'll show you why in a minute. So we're going to watch the launch trailer. You guys have probably already seen it because you guys are so low-key interested in this game, but you want to act like you're not. Like, oh, gaming is dead. Gaming is dead. But if I typed in your gamer tag, motherfuckers would be on that all night. Dead ass. Motherfuckers would be on that all night. But they come in here and put on a little persona. Oh, gaming is dead. Motherfuckers are on this shit all night in their Discord buddy chat room, you know. Oh my God, we're so back. It's peak, man. Look at this destruction, bro. and it's like, get a life. Like, this shit sucks. You know, it's a bland, generic, military FPS game that is a fantasy game more so than it is a simulation. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch the new trailer. I need you guys to start locking in in a way that makes sense. Mods, get up on it. If you have an ego, okay, where you like to insert yourself into the picture when no one was asking for your opinion, okay? We're not doing Dear Diary in here, okay? That's an automatic timeout. So we're going to watch the trailer. I need you to lock in. In fact, actually, we're not going to watch the trailer. We're going to wait until we get 100 likes. We're at 76 likes right now, and that's pathetic. So I need you guys to hit the like button. I need you guys to share the broadcast. Let's go ahead and make it work. Get the support up in here. It's getting ridiculous. I got to buy this game for $60, $70. It's absolute garbage for 250 viewers to tune in on Friday, okay? Because they're not sending me a review copy. And if you want world class, Forza Grizzly's got a problem, I think. I think Forza Grizzly's got a problem. Call of Duty's better than Battlefield this year. You guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. Yeah, and not only that, it has woke themes as well, but no one's talking about that, right? Because we're so back, it's peak, it's cinema. There's blatant woke themes in this game, but on the front cover, right? You got woke themes on the front cover. And it's just like, what are we doing here? But it doesn't matter because, you know, you're so interested in this game, and in 72 hours or less, you're going to be playing it with your buddies. So that's why you are so interested in this game, because if you had to sit around and play this and it, you know, if your friends weren't buying it, if your friends were buying Call of Duty, you wouldn't be buying this game. Really, that's what it ultimately boils down to. So what's going to happen when your friends get bored of the game at the end of October and they say, hey, you know, Call of Duty's coming out in early November. Are you going to jump ship or are you going to stay on Battlefield? You're not staying on Battlefield. It is a massive, it's a big dick move, okay, for Activision to come out afterwards and say, hey, look, we're going to pump some iron and we're going to flex. And that's what they're going to do. And they're going to win. Now, if Battlefield were coming after, I think it would be a better move. I think it would be a better move because if you were to have Activision go first with Call of Duty, people would obviously get bored of that pretty quick because it's Call of Duty. You know, you've seen it once, you've seen it again. Battlefield doesn't come out every year. So I think they should have went last. I think Battlefield should have went last. I think having Battlefield go first and then people recognizing that the maps maybe are all that great. Maybe the game balance needs work. I mean, good luck trying to play this on Friday. Good luck trying to play this on Friday. It's gonna be down for quite some time. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and play the trailer. Well, actually, we're not because you guys didn't get to 100 likes. There's 229 people in here. Hit the freaking like button so we can play the trailer. I want to show you how cringe this is. You think Call of Duty's bad. It's like, dude, this is so bad. This is how you're advertising your game, by the way. Unreal. You know what I mean? Yeah, Black Ops 7 at the farm. That was pretty fun. But I will say that the zombies kind of gets repetitive. That's why we've never really played it in the past, because after a while it does get a little boring. But you know, I thought the farm in Black Ops 7, the Black Ops 7 beta, I thought that was pretty cool. We'll see how the final game turns out. Maybe the main map isn't that great. I don't know. I mean, it's apparently a reimagined transit map, so. Yeah, we got the Chucky skin. They got Jason. They got the brand new Jason Voorhees in here for Call of Duty. Now, is any of that carrying over to Black Ops 7? I don't believe it is, right? Didn't they make that clear that the skins aren't coming over to Black Ops 7? That's ridiculous. Unless I read that wrong. So I'm not sure what you're supposed to do. I guess you got to play Warzone to see the skins that you bought. I think that's a little weird. I don't know if that's true, though. I think everything should be carrying over. Despite what a bunch of losers on the internet say, like, well, we're not buying the game because Call of Duty lost the plot. Who gives a shit? I mean, it's just, you know, if you want to play your boring, bland military FPS, then get Battlefield. I don't know. But that's going to run dry quick. We're still not there. We need you guys to start locking in. Let's go. Hit the like button. Share the broadcast. There's almost 300 people in here. We'll wait. I'll make it awkward. I don't care. You'll sit here and you'll stare at me. That's fine, because that's what you guys love doing. You guys can't communicate worth a damn. I don't know how some of you guys got your high school diploma. I mean, what is wrong with you guys? Like seriously, what is wrong with you guys? Like, you sit behind these fucking anime profile pictures, and you guys can't be bothered to say a damn thing. All right, goddamn, like, I've never met such losers before. It's like, bro, you're fucking hiding behind a mask on the internet. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I mean? I'm out here fucking in public doing this show for $5. That's basically how much we've made, if not a little bit more here today. And that's not worth it. I'm worth more than that. World Class is the best in the world at what he does. World Class has over 100K subscribers, and you don't. World Class has the plaque, and you don't. World Class, Krobcat, the beautiful filmmaker Krobcat, he made a beautiful documentary on World Class, which you'll never see. You know, we were the first to dismantle Cyberpunk 2077 right out here on this bench, and you didn't deserve that critical assessment. Because you guys are consumers. You know, you said, I'm going to still buy it despite what you have to say, Michael. And I said, well, that's probably where we should have banned half of you guys. I mean, really, honestly, like, the fact that we just said, oh, well, let's let this loser waste his money. I don't give a shit. Like, you're the dumbass. Alrighty, folks, we're going to go ahead and play the trailer. I need you to lock in here. Woo! Oh, my God! Yeah, Tim the Tap Man, sell the product. Limp Bizkit.
The explosions, the vibe, the grittiness, the realism. This is Battlefield.
Dude. We're so back, peak. A true return to form. EA has done it again. Apologize. The streamers are shilling it. Oh yeah, Sledgehammer. It is a shill fest. Oh man, we gotta run it back one more time. Battlefield 6 is absolute cinema, by the way. Tim the Tap Man is shilling it. He's right there in the trailer, bro. This is so disingenuous. And then you play the game, there's not... They show destructions every 5 seconds. You play the game, and it's not even like that. Look at this. All these shills. All these professional sellouts. Dude! Unreal. A true return to form, by the way. Oh my God. Oh, man. The professional sellouts are doing what they do best. It is really just a sad situation. You guys, quite frankly, can't handle it. They got all these professional streamers, all these professional QVC. That's basically what they are. But the thing is, they wouldn't be on QVC because they're not entertaining. These guys couldn't sell you a fucking lamp or a couch. I mean, they really couldn't. They couldn't sell you anything. World Class could. We'd have the #1 ratings on QVC. If you were to put Tim the Tap Man, if you were to put all these streamers that were in there, I only know that guy. But if you were to put all those streamers in there and they said, hey, sell this lamp, and the judges, pick the best, they're going to pick World Class. Okay. That I could tell you. They're not going to pick those losers because those losers don't do anything. They just sit in their bedrooms and they just stream everything and they do the shocked face and they say it's amazing. Unbelievable. The 111 is in the building.
111 super chatted 17.
I knew you didn't agree because you donated less money.
Black Ops 7 is hot garbage.
Oh
Accept
my
it, man.
God. Well, I'm not saying Black Ops 7 is a masterpiece. In fact, I think both of them are pretty terrible. I mean, it's just more of the same. But when you have, one of them, clearly the biggest marketing is the destruction. When you have the destruction being put front and center and the destruction in the game is absolute trash, I mean, I think that's a huge red flag. I think it's an aesthetic choice, and I think it needs a lot of work. And hopefully they do continue to work on the destruction because the destruction is laughably bad. It is laughably bad. I tested it out in the beta, and it's just like, what is this slop? Like,
Christian Paul
it's not realistic at all.
Super chatted $4.99. Hyped moments, a 15-hour campaign and a god-tier multiplayer, all playable on the disc day one. No downloads required. Confirmed by IGN. Gaming is back.
Well, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. I will argue with all of the gaming journalists. If they want to call in right now, I'll argue with all of them. I don't give a shit. Like, their facts are from fucking Reddit. Like, some dumbass got the game early and said, well, you can play the game offline. Like, no, you can. You don't need to download it. You don't need to download the game. It's all on the disc. Okay, buddy. Bunch of baloney is what that is. So we'll just go to the next point right now because you seem hell-bent on that idea. So let's go right now to it. Right here. We got the facts on the screen. Okay? We need you to lock in. Look at this right here. It's a little hard to understand because I know it's a lot on the screen for you guys. But right here is the article. This gray box is the article. Let's go ahead and read it. This is crazy. I'm seeing this everywhere. I'm seeing this from the major outlets, and it's like, wow, I'm going to unsubscribe from these losers because they don't have patience to do research. And this article says, in a win for physical game collectors, Battlefield 6's PS5 disc apparently includes the entire shooter, meaning no massive extra downloads unless EA's day one patch is particularly large. Okay, this doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what they're... I really have no idea what they're talking about and why they're making articles about this because it absolutely makes zero sense. Why are they cheering the game being fully on the disc? Now, in most cases, that would be fantastic, okay? Ghost of Yodel, for example, where are the articles on that? Okay? How come no one was talking about Ghost of Yote and how that entire game was on the disc without any downloads necessary? How come there weren't articles for that? This is a part of the Battlefield Chill campaign.
The 111 super chatted 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Yes, you right. Battlefield 6 is not a masterpiece. But come man. Black Ops is just a sad joke. Don't forget the Battle Royale for BF6.
Well, the Battle Royale for Battlefield 6 is EA's last attempt to save Battlefield 6. So they're going to pull that out when they need to pull it out, and I would say early 2026. I don't know if that's true, but it might come sooner than that. I don't know. But I'm gonna assume that that's going to be EA's, because you have to understand GTA 6 is coming out in 240 days if it doesn't get delayed. The likelihood of it getting delayed, who knows at this point? No one fucking knows. Okay, but at the end of the day, we're going to assume it's still coming May 26, 2026, just to be on the safe side. So with that said, you have to get this Battlefield stuff out before May 26, 2026. You got to get it out before then. You just have to get it out before then because no one's playing online for Battlefield 6 in 8 months from now. It's just not happening. And that goes for Call of Duty as well. That goes for all of the other games as well. That's why this game came out when it did. Because if they had waited a year, the game wouldn't have done that great. Because people aren't going to get bored of GTA 6. And especially if GTA 6 does get delayed and gets pushed back to October of next year, then you certainly don't want to go up against that. They had to put this game out, I would argue, early. They had to rush this thing out and just throw some maps out and, take out what people were complaining about and throw some Limp Bizkit on the trailer, pay a bunch of streamers to come in and chill it, and Battlefield is back. All it is a reskin of Battlefield 2042 with just better aesthetics. That's really all it is. Boots on the ground gameplay, and it's like, well, we have this fake destruction that's not even real, but it looks cool and everything looks awesome, so, buy our game. The 111 coming through. Let's go ahead and get the lasers out. But we're going to go back to this discussion here because Christian Romero seems to want to start arguing about something he knows nothing about. Okay. So again, this is one of the articles. There's multiple articles. It says, in a win for physical game collectors, Battlefield 6 on PS5 disc apparently includes the entire game, meaning no massive extra downloads unless EA's Day 1 patch is particularly large. Okay, so why are you writing this article? Because what I have down below it is from the official Battlefield website. So what we have in highlighted is from the official Battlefield website. It says, is an internet connection required to play Battlefield 6? An internet connection is necessary to download critical updates and play Battlefield 6. You cannot play this game offline. So what are we actually talking about here? What are these game journalists talking about? I'd love to know. Get them on the line right now. I don't understand what you're typing about. Okay, it's fully on the disc. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it needs internet to play. So who gives a shit if the 40 plus gigs or the 60 plus gigs or the 80 plus gigs are fully on the disc? It's DRM. And in order to play the game that is apparently fully on the disc, you have to get online. So it doesn't matter because it's locked through internet connection, okay? You need internet to play the game. It does not matter if the game is fully on the disc because you need internet. And these articles are totally untrue. You need to download something. When the game comes out, you're going to be downloading a patch for physical copies. I don't understand what you guys are smoking. I don't even understand what they're talking about. They must be a part of the shill campaign for Battlefield 6, and they're just writing nonsense for clicks. You have to download something. I don't know what these guys are smoking, but it's ridiculous. So, Christian Romero, go ahead and enlighten me on what you were talking about. You just came through with $10, and now you want to hide in the shadows like a loser. That's what I thought. You guys were wrong. IGN is wrong. All of these other outlets are wrong. It makes zero sense why they're reporting on this and patting them on the back when it makes zero sense. It doesn't matter. You can't play this offline. You can't play the single player offline, which, I guess that's not a big deal because that's how Call of Duty's been for a long time now. But with that said, that's just how it is. So what difference does it make if the game is full, if the data is fully on the disc when you can't access it unless you're on the internet, which then you're going to have to update to the latest build? None of this makes sense. If you're an editor at any of these websites, email me right now, michaeldoeslife@gmail.com. Let's have a discussion on how retarded some of you guys are by publishing a bunch of fucking bullshit you know nothing about. I got the fucking information on the screen. I went to the Battlefield 6 website to get it from the direct source, and you guys are acting like this is a big win for EA. You guys are acting like this is a big win for video game collectors, by the way. No, it's not. Because it needs internet. So when the servers are down in 30 years, 25 years, 20 years, guess what? The disk is paperweight. It doesn't matter if it's all on the disk because there is DRM involved. There is no offline gameplay to be found here in Battlefield 6. You guys lost. So you can go to the Battlefield 6 forums. You can go to the Battlefield 6 Reddit. The misinformation is ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of it. Now, I would be praising this game. I would be praising this game if EA came out and said, yeah, you know what? we got something for the gamers that maybe can't find an internet connection, you know, we got offline multiplayer bots, I'd buy the fucking game twice, okay? But it's not like that, okay? It's not like that. Some of the old Call of Duties had offline bots on the disc. That was fantastic. That's the heyday of gaming. You got your money's worth with the game. But we live in a digital era. And Christian Romero is oddly absent here. Nowhere to be found. What a fucking troll. He should have donated 10 instead of 5 each, because quite frankly, it's not worth my time to discuss this with this loser. It's a sad situation. You guys are wrong. I don't care if technically the data is on the disk. You have to be online to access the data. Therefore, they're going to ensure that you're at the latest build. Therefore, you're going to download the latest patch. That's how this works. You're wrong. It's time to get a job. Because these gaming journalists seriously just don't know how to do their job. This is terrible news. Like, how are they patting EA on the back and saying, wow, you know, this is fantastic? This is horrible. They locked the game to DRM. You can't play your single-player content because, well, that's probably just how the game works, right? In order to compute that destruction, maybe they're doing it from the server side. I don't fucking know. But I'm seeing this, and it's crazy. I'm seeing it all over. If you type it in right now, it's being picked up by the major gaming outlets, and they're acting like it's a big W. There's nothing to report here. There's seriously nothing to report here. What are you reporting on? Because even if this is true today, even if you found an early copy and you put it in and there was no download needed, that's changing in 72 hours. So what are you reporting on? You know what I mean? The day one patch is coming in less than 72 hours. What exactly are you reporting on here? This is irrelevant information. At the very least, this is irrelevant information. World Class is a real journalist. I've done the research. Right here it is on the screen. I went to the Battlefield 6 website. I went and I showed you guys the reality of the situation. Internet is required. So why are we typing out all these big articles? Well, you know, Battlefield 6 is on the disc. Holy shit, it's a big win for gamers. Like, what the fuck? What are you guys smoking? I mean, I guess you can look at it and say, well, maybe the patches will be a little bit smaller because that data's already kind of there. But, like, that's still not a big W. Like, who cares? Like, we're in 2025. Everyone's got fast internet. I don't know what you guys are smoking. Can you please enlighten me, Christian Romero? Where you at, bud? That's what I thought. You left. You're a loser. We got Ram Skank in the building, and he's coming through with a $5 super chat, and he says, Limp Bizkit is a limp shill trailer enough, so incredibly sad. Well, when you show these professional sellouts on the hype trailer, I mean the launch hype trailer, the game comes out in 72 hours, and you're showing Tim the Tap Man, which is a professional sellout. This guy's a multi-millionaire. I mean, come on, guys. Really? This is what we're doing? The old Battlefield trailers didn't have a bunch of freaking streamers in it and all this crap to like, yeah, the game's so cool. It's like, you guys need validation to think that the game's cool, so they got Tim the fucking Tap Man as the poster fucking guy on this shit to say it's amazing. Really? Oh, my God. It is unbelievable. I'm gonna run the trailer back because you guys didn't watch it the first two times. It is so sad. I'm going to pull up another article because that one apparently IGN's reporting on it now. This is making me really mad because it's not great journalism. It's inaccurate journalism. Battlefield 6 on disc. Let's type it in. Okay, Push Square is reporting on it. Reddit is reporting on it. The Gamer is reporting on it. It's all bullshit.
Super chat. Fake Battlefield fans never played a Battlefield game that doesn't require internet.
It's unbelievable. Straight up, Brando is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Hard and strong with a $10 super chat. And it's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get the lasers as straight up Brando is in the building, and he's coming through hard and strong with a $10 super chat. And he says, the fake Battlefield fans never played a Battlefield game that doesn't require internet. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. I don't know where this guy... Someone in here said that IGN was talking about it. I'm not seeing that. There's only a few articles. Right here, Reddit Games. Oh, God. The PS5 version of Battlefield 6 has the entire game on disc. No need for downloading. That's a blatant lie. Like, that is not true. If you're going to act like you know what you're talking about, do a little bit of information digging and go to the Battlefield website and realize that that's not true. You're going to need to download something when the game comes out. So just because this loser got it early and says, well, you know, I didn't have to download anything and the servers are online, who cares? Because that's not going to apply to everyone in 72 hours. There's going to be a day one patch. They've already confirmed that. And you're going to be downloading something when you put the disc in if you do choose to buy it on disc. Now, like I said, if this game had offline bots, if this game had an offline mode where you could just put the disc in and play offline multiplayer, we'd be buying this shit day one. You bet your damn ass. But that's not how these games work. We got Ramskank in the building plowing through. And he's coming through with the $5 super chat. Is what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get the laser straight up. Rando just came through hard and strong with the $10 super chat. And Ramskank is in the building with the 5. And it looks like you guys want to go ahead and play this trailer back. So with that said, we'll go ahead and do that. We need you to lock in here. Are you guys ready? I said, are you guys ready? Whew. Tim the Tap Man. The best shooter I played in 2025.
The realism. This is Battlefield.
It's Mike Bobo. Oh my God. Okay, we're still not listening. Oh my God. Unbelievable. You guys are still not listening. You cannot play the campaign offline, okay? I don't know what you guys are smoking, what you're reading, but it's just not true. You can't play the campaign offline. So these articles are pointless because even if the data is on the disk, first of all, you need internet. Second of all, there will be a patch. So you will need to download something, and I don't care if it's big or small. The fact of the matter is you're going to have to download something. So we got two problems here with all of these articles that are being pumped out, is that they're just untrue. They're just wrong. Or really, more importantly, they're irrelevant. Because even if that's the case right now, the day one patch is coming out soon, and you know that'll be a different situation if you're able to pick this game up physically. You put it in your PlayStation 5, you're going to obviously have to download an update. Like no one's acting dumb, okay? So these articles are ridiculous. At first I was getting excited. I thought, wait a minute, EA has really cracked the code here. Maybe you can play the campaign offline. Maybe there's offline bots. There's none of that here. Okay, it's a game that requires seemingly a constant internet connection. Now they didn't say that here on the website, but from my understanding, it requires a constant internet connection. So that means if you disconnect, the game quits. It's just like Call of Duty last year. That's just how these games are these days. But I don't understand why these journalists are coming out of the woodwork and picking this up like it's a big deal and a pat on the back for EA and DICE. It doesn't make any sense. Why didn't they make an article about Ghost of Yote being fully on the disc? Oh, because that didn't make, who cares, right? Okay, well, this is a live service game. Like, it doesn't matter what's on the disc. It's an outdated build. Like, that's not how this works. So it doesn't matter what's on the disc. I don't understand. Now, again, if there were an offline mode, I'd be praising this and we'd be buying this immediately. But, we're still going to buy it. But I'm just saying we'd be a little bit more excited to buy it because I don't need to play with a bunch of losers online. These losers that say cinema and peak and hype. And it's like, we're boomers, okay? We don't need to play online. It's too high action and it's too fast-paced for world class. We don't know what's going on. And the shotgun in this game was so terrible. Hopefully they fix that because the shotgun in the beta was so terrible, so unrealistic. It was like a clown gun. I mean, it was like a clown game, really. And it's like this is really Battlefield 6. You have a shotgun that shoots 50 feet away, and it's like totally accurate every time. And it's like, wow, this sucks. I'm serious. And it's like if they haven't fixed that, then these developers suck. Unreal. So where is Christian Romero? Because he's nowhere to be found in here. Tim isn't a real gamer. Well, that's okay. He's getting paid the big bucks. He don't need to be a real gamer. Unreal. I mean, it just is unreal. It's unbelievable. Tim the Tatman will stop playing the game the same month it comes out. Oh, yeah, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. They're going to shill this for about a few weeks. And then when November comes, because Call of Duty's not coming out until, what, the second week of November? It's actually a little bit later in, right? November 12th or something. Let's see when the release date is for Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7, November 14th. I mean, that's the second week of November, I believe, right? So perfect timing for Activision, perfect timing for Call of Duty. People will be bored of this game by then. EA has one trick up their sleeve. They got the Battle Royale, but I don't think they're going to pull that out just that soon. I think they're going to wait on that. I think they'll wait until spring, and then they'll start, maybe rolling that out in the spring of 2026. But because you don't want people leaving Battlefield 6 to go play the separate game thing, right? You don't want people going to the Battle Royale immediately and just not playing Battlefield 6. So you want people to lock into Battlefield 6 and play the campaign, play the multiplayer, level up, all this crap. But that's going to be their secret sauce, and they need to know when to deploy it if they want this game, because that's, I'm more interested in that, and I believe that's going to be a free-to-play thing. I don't think you even need to buy the game for that. Ramskank in the building with the 5 yet again. It will be flavor of the week, and then something else will release. We all know it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, this is the same thing that they were doing for Battlefield 2042. I remember I was sitting right here. They were calling in. They were saying Battlefield Portal is going to change everything. You don't need a single-player campaign. No one plays single-player campaigns. It's funny how they don't need a single-player campaign, yet they brought it back here in Battlefield 6. Nonetheless, they were shilling Battlefield Portal. They were saying Battlefield Portal is your answer. You can go in, you can create whatever you want, and they're bringing it back in here. No one used it in the first fucking game in Battlefield 2042, the first game it was in. They didn't use it in that game. They're not going to use it in this game unless it's a lot better. And it's just, it's great that they brought the campaign back, but when you look at that gameplay and when you look at really what it is, it's like it's just a disguised multiplayer mode with bots, really. I mean, that's basically what it is with a couple of cutscenes thrown in. I mean, it's nothing like the old games. I literally just beat Battlefield 3 2 or 3 months ago. We beat Battlefield 3, the campaign. It was pretty good. That was a pretty good experience. I mean, it's not, a masterpiece, but it was pretty good. We were locked in. The sound design in Battlefield 3 was better than what they have in Battlefield 6. The guns sound like garbage. They sound like BB guns in this game. And you play Battlefield 3, and it's like you can't hear anything, and that's how it should be, And I'm not saying the audio is terrible. I think the audio in these games are, a little bit above average, certainly better than Call of Duty, but that's one of the reasons why we were so locked in with Battlefield 3 is because the sound design was so fantastic. Because the visuals have obviously dated, but the sound design was still pretty above average, I would argue, even for a game that came out that long ago. Christian Romero is nowhere to be found in here. Unreal. The shilling for 2042 was insane. That's what I'm saying. They were shilling it very hard. Now this time around, they're shilling it even harder because, the beta came out and everyone played it, so they've already got an understanding of what to expect. And I'll tell you what, we're going to go to that New York map. We're going to go to that New York map, and if the flag isn't moving, if they haven't fixed that, then, well, that's ridiculous. That I could tell you. The man is gone. Well, he's a loser. That's why he came in here with this petty $2 or whatever he came through with, and he just wanted to start bullshit. I mean, it's just a sad situation with these losers. They wanted to start shilling this because they knew I was hot about this, and then they come in and they start trying to press buttons in here to get World Class pissed off. Well, World Class is already pissed off with this game because they're lying about it. Okay, they're straight up lying about it, and because it doesn't matter if the game is on the disc or not. Like. That's the answer. Like, it just doesn't matter if the game is on the disc or not because it requires internet. If the game didn't require internet, then there you go. Amazing, right? But the game requires internet. So it doesn't matter what's on the disc. Doesn't matter if the whole game's on the disc. Doesn't matter if it's a game key card. Doesn't matter, right? You have to go on the internet to download the latest build in order to play the game. There's no other way around that. You can't play the campaign without internet. Internet is required. So it doesn't matter if the game is fully on the disc. I don't understand why they're reporting on this, because it seriously makes zero sense. You have to have a low IQ to understand this and be like, wow, this is great. Like, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me what we're reporting on here. That the game's on the disc? Well, it doesn't matter because the disc version's obsolete in 72 hours. So therefore, you're going to have to download the new version, the latest build, which requires internet. You can't do anything with the disc. So why are we reporting on this? It's horrible games journalism. I can't believe the outlets that were reporting on this. I thought, man, I'm going to have to unfollow these people. I thought they had credibility. I thought they had done their research, and they're just a bunch of losers. Doesn't make sense to me. Unreal. And I've been talking about this for years with Call of Duty. Call of Duty has had this problem. And in fact, I think just last year it got even worse. I think last year was the first one, and I could be wrong. But last year you couldn't disconnect from the internet at all. It would kick you out of the campaign. And I think that was new for Black Ops 6. Or maybe Modern Warfare 3. But you could, before that though, you could just download the campaign and then go offline. You didn't need to always stay online to play the campaign. Now that's changed with Call of Duty. So even they're doing the same. Ramskank is in the building yet again, and he's coming through hard and strong. And he says, irrelevant reporting that only tards will listen to. Well, I think they're a part of the shill campaign. I think, they want to ride this wave of hype, and they want to pat the game on the back for no reason. And it's like, well, I don't understand what these articles really. I don't understand what. I don't get it, and if someone can explain it to me, that'd be fantastic, but I don't understand it. Battlefield 6 game disc. Let's see if anyone else picked it up. It originally came from Reddit, which is just such a great source, right? Just a fantastic source. Eurogamer is reporting on this. That's a pretty credible website. And it just doesn't make sense. I mean, unless they're talking about, maybe this one puts it a little bit better. It says Battlefield 6 physical copies are content complete and require no initial install. That doesn't even make sense. Like, when do you put a game in and it doesn't install? What the fuck? There's no PlayStation 5 game where you put it in and it doesn't install. Like, I swear to God, these guys are just writing. This is AI. This is worse than AI slop. What are these guys talking about? I mean, really, what are these people talking about? Here, let's pull. This is from Eurogamer. Can you understand what this means? And their source is Reddit, of course, and it's like, wow, imagine how desperate are you guys for clicks? Is this really games journalism in 2025? Look at this right here. This is another article. Battlefield 6 physical copies are content complete and require no initial install? That's not how the PlayStation 5 works. That's bullshit. Well, first of all, that's wrong in and of itself. You have to install the game on the SSD. No matter what game it is. You can't just name one game right now. I challenge this audience in here because I'm mad today. Okay? When I see these major websites that are so, trusted and newsworthy and they're the go-to source for video game information, they're just reporting on bullshit like this and just incorrectly. I mean, it's just sickening. It's bullshit. So you name one PlayStation 5 game where you put the disc in and you don't install it. I've never played one. Not that I can recall. So I don't even know what the hell this headline means. Because now they're implying that you don't even install the damn game. Well, that must be maybe that's why they're reporting on it, because this must be all new fucking technology. Because I literally bought Ghost of Yotei, which is fully on the disc. You can't, okay, so the game is content complete on the disc. You have to put it in and still install the game. I don't know what these people are talking about. So maybe this is new technology. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've really cracked the code here. I don't fucking know. But apparently you put the disc in and it just works. I guess that is new. I've never seen that on PlayStation 5. Never. I have a lot of physical games on PlayStation 5. You don't just put the disc in and it just plays. That doesn't work. Nintendo Switch 2 does. You don't install on Nintendo Switch 2. Can you what are these people saying? I'm going to pull up another article because they're all over the place with this shit. And their source is Reddit. Some loser on Reddit wants attention, low karma points. What a fucking loser. Like, I swear to God. It's an internet darling game. That's why I don't like it. It's an internet darling game. The soccer moms don't know about Battlefield 6. The soccer moms know about fucking Call of Duty. Okay? Which one wins? Call of Duty wins. I already showed you the Google Trends, and you guys are wrong. Day in and day out.
Radiance has just tipped $9.99 through Super Chat. All games required to be installed, then a big-ass update, lol.
I know. So what are these articles talking about? Where's Adam Theory in here? Oh, my God. What are these articles talking about? It ain't bait either. Okay, so let's go to Push Square. Battlefield 6, PS5, physical copies break street date, full game on disc. But online is seemingly required even for the campaign. So why are you reporting on it then? Why does it matter that the data is on the disc? It contradicts what you're saying. Like, look at these articles, bro. They make zero sense. What exactly are you reporting on? Look at this. Here's another one. Battlefield 6, PS5, physical copies break street date, full game on the disc, but online seemingly required even for campaign. So your report, so there's no point of the article then. It makes no sense. I don't get it. And all of these articles are kind of conflicting. This one over here says you don't have to install it at all, which is untrue. That's not how the damn thing works. The laser on the PS5 can't read fast enough. That's why it installs to the SSD. It's required. You cannot just run the game off the disc. It will not work. So the Eurogamer article, unless I'm reading that wrong and not understanding it, and you guys can't communicate worth a damn in here, they need to rewrite that because that makes no fucking sense. And that's just untrue. Unless this is bringing out some new technology that we've yet to see. So if the game's fully on the disc, but you can't play it without internet, is that really worthy of these articles? I don't understand. Ghost of Yote doesn't require any internet to play. I played it offline day one on the disc, right? We installed it from the disc, just like you do with every PlayStation 5 game. And guess what? It was fully complete. So where are the articles for that? Ghost of Yote is fully on the disc. Where are the articles for that? Oh, but Battlefield 6 gets this special treatment, but we have a nothing burger here. That's what this is. We have a nothing burger here. These articles are nothing. There's nothing here. The facts are at the bottom of the screen. And the internet connection is required, so therefore it makes it makes this irrelevant. It doesn't matter if the data is fully on the disk. Oh my God, I can't. Can we get one person in here that wants to actually explain this? Because you guys aren't understanding. I'm going to go to another article because I know there's someone else. Holy shit, Tech4. There's another article. This is bullshit. What are these guys smoking? Like, what are they talking about? Here we go. Here's another article. Battlefield 6 has the whole game on disc. No downloads required. That is untrue. That is blatantly false information. Now, maybe when they wrote the article, maybe there wasn't a patch, okay? But then why are you writing the article? For clicks? For quick clicks for those 2 days? I don't understand. I just don't understand I don't understand what we're trying to say here. What does this mean? Really, what does this mean? Because you can't have the game fully on the disc. I'm done. If the game had an offline mode, that would be fantastic. These articles then would make sense. Okay, if you could play the campaign offline, these articles then would make sense. If you could play multiplayer bots offline, then these articles would make sense. The problem is that the game requires a constant internet connection. So it doesn't matter if the guy got the game early and you don't need to update it because that's irrelevant. In 72 hours or less, there's going to be a day one patch that's already confirmed. You're going to have to download the day one patch. Maybe the disk copy makes the day one patch a little bit less because you already have the game on the disk, already installed on the SSD. Okay, I guess that's okay, cool. But you're still downloading something. Like, I don't know what these guys are smoking, why they're writing these articles. I'm going to another website and I'm going to pull it from there too because it's ridiculous. It's pissing me really off because I don't understand it, and you guys aren't getting it either. So over here, Battlefield 6 physical. Look at this right here. Look at this misinformation. Quit saying the game does not require additional downloads. What are these guys smoking? What are they smoking? Look at this. What are you guys talking about? Gaming journalism in 2025, by the way. Gaming journalism in 2025, by the way. What are you guys talking about? The game doesn't require downloads. Of course it requires downloads, just like every other fucking game that's come before it. What are you guys smoking? Oh, the game's fully on the disc, Michael. You know, you just buy the game when it comes out Friday, and, you know, you just pop right in that PlayStation 5. No downloads required, by the way. Oh, I guess we're going to have to fucking test that out. Holy shit. Unreal. I need you to just look at the screen right now and read it. You're not understanding. Oh, these articles are pandering to the W move by game companies? It is impossible for the consoles to run games straight off the disc nowadays. That's what I'm saying. So this article over here from Eurogamer needs to be, in my opinion, that sounds like it. Right here, Battlefield 6 physical copies are content complete and require no initial install. That's blatantly false. That's from Eurogamer, by the way. Like, some of these websites are pretty high up there. So how many articles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 articles on this, and what are we really saying here? Nothing. You know? It's like, wow, you know, the Ferrari has an engine in it, but you need the fucking key to fucking start the Ferrari. That's basically what you're saying. That you're not reporting on anything. The grass is fucking green, the sky is fucking blue. You know when oh wow, this live service game has the content on the disc. Who cares when the key to fucking get it to work is internet DRM? Like, I don't understand what we're talking about here. If the game had an offline mode, World Class would be out buying this game. World Class would be out buying this game. If this game had offline campaign, if this game had offline bots for multiplayer, you bet your ass I'd be buying this game, okay? And that's how they made this seem initially. When I first read this, because someone in the chat was saying that, they said, "Hey, Michael, did you hear about Battlefield 6? Battlefield 6 is fully on the disc." Well, what difference does that make when the internet's needed? Like, how is this newsworthy? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Even if it is true, and I'm not saying it's not, it doesn't matter. The point is moot because you have to have internet to play the game. So it doesn't matter if the disc is it doesn't matter if the data's on the disc. In order to access the data on the disc, you have to go online, DRM. So it doesn't matter if they've given that to you because it's an outdated build anyway that you're going to have to update to as time progresses. So what are you guys smoking? This is like the game keycard argument. It really is similar to that because it's no different. They might as well have thrown a game keycard on the disc because there's nothing. The disc is a paperweight. It's the same thing as a game keycard. You guys are bitching about the Switch. Well, it's like at least Donkey Kong is fully on the Switch and you don't need internet to play it. Oh my God. literally no reason for this game to be on the disc if it's the same crap as digital. That's what I'm saying. It's just I don't understand these articles. I just don't get them. Ramskank is plowing through yet again with the 4 or 5-time Tony Hawk combo. It's coming through hard and strong, and he says it's like saying you won't need cheese to have the cheeseburger. It just makes absolutely no sense. I don't know what they're reporting on here. Like, at first I thought, well, hell, maybe there's an offline mode or something, and it's just not the case. I have the official source on the bottom of the screen from the Battlefield 6 website. There ain't no offline shit in this game. Unreal. Yeah, but this isn't like drama. Like, this isn't like, this isn't something that they should be getting wrong. If I were to write this, I would say we would have more of a negative kind of take on it, I guess, because it's like, well, the data might be on the disc, but they've locked it down. It's online DRM. You can't play the campaign offline. That's an L. That's a big L. Like, I don't know why they're trying to spin this as if this is some sort of like, yeah, they're giving you your money's worth and you can play this shit offline and you can play the camp. No, you can't. So I don't know I don't know how this is a W other than maybe it's going to save you a little bit of time on the downloads. I don't know. I guess that's how they're looking at it. I'm trying to understand it, but I'm not really getting it. I guess it would be, well, it actually depends on your internet speed. It'd be faster to download it than it would probably to be, none of it makes sense. I'm about ready to turn it off is what I'm about ready to do. I'm going to unsubscribe from some of these websites. We follow them on other social media platforms, and when I'm seeing them write this garbage, it just doesn't make sense what you're writing about. Like, what is the message with your article? That the data's on the disc? Wow, the grass is fucking green and the sky is blue. Like, what you want an award for this? Like, what the fuck? Make it make sense. It is a blatant lie. Some of these articles are a blatant lie. The Eurogamer one, this one needs a lot of work. It says Battlefield 6 physical copies are content complete and require no initial install. That, according to early copy holders. Well, you don't report on information that isn't, Oh, my God. Games journalism, by the way. Holy shit, it's horrible. It's really bad. And all these websites are in business because they report on leaks. They don't. No one's clicking on these articles. It's just unbelievable. No, you guys brought this to my attention. There was someone in the chat like 2 or 3 days ago and they said Battlefield 6 is fully on the disc. And I thought, how does that even make sense? Why would I care? It requires online to play. I don't care if the data's on the disc. It's locked. It's not like you can just jump in and it's like, how is this a positive? The only thing I can see, and I guess I'm maybe starting to understand it from that perspective, it's like, okay, well, you won't have to download. The download is going to be less of a download, I guess. So if you buy it physically, instead of downloading the full size, the day one patch or whatever patch will be, significantly smaller. So you're going to save a little bit of time. That's the only thing I can think of. And is that really worth these articles where it's just like they're touting it as like EA's really just hit the home run here? The fuck? Yep. That's one thing I will say that's great about the Switch 2, and that's the only thing I can say that's great about the Switch 2 is that the first-party titles, they just work. Well, even the third-party Cyberpunk. We have Cyberpunk on the Switch 2. I tested it out immediately. It just works. No internet required. And there's no install required either, truly. So you just pop the cartridge in, and that's the only version of Cyberpunk where you don't have to install it, right? You buy the game on PC, you got to install it. You got to download it, install it. You buy it on console, you got to download it, install it. Switch 2, you take this physical cartridge, you put it in your Switch 2, you hit play, it starts. You know what I mean? It's the only version of Cyberpunk outside of the cloud versions where you could just do that. That's crazy. But the game is trash. I can't recommend Cyberpunk. It's a terrible game. Games have needed internet connection for years. That's not true. We just played Ghost of Yotei offline. You're wrong. Ghost of Yotei just came out literally less than a week ago, like 4 or 5 days ago. And it's fully on the disc. You can play it without internet. You guys are wrong. Unreal. Unreal.
The 11111 super chatted 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. You know, Michael, I once considered making out with another man.
Oh my God.
I backed out in the last second. Or did I?
Video games, you know? I mean, my God. And I told you guys to get the Battlefield fans in here, and you guys didn't listen. There should be 350 people in here, 340 rather people in here. We should have over 100 more people in here. Sick and tired of it. I told you guys to get the Battlefield fans in here. I remember arguing with them last time around, about three or 4 years ago. Losers. That's what they were. Battlefield fans are losers. And I'm not saying all of them, but the ones that we spoke to, they're losers. They didn't have anything to say. They weren't welcoming. Especially if you're new to the franchise, they like gatekeeping. You know, because it's like this PC master race elite thing. Like, yeah, you know, we grew up with Battlefield. We're so cool, man. You know, we got the server browser, man. You know, and it's like, you need to get a fucking job. Like, imagine like complaining about a server browser. Like, you're not XQC. You know, you're not an esports champion. Okay, you don't need to know that information. Okay, it doesn't need a server browser. I don't even know if this game has a server browser. In fact, I don't think it does, but no one cares. It's funny how that was a big complaint for Battlefield 2042, and now, well, at least in the beta, it didn't have a server browser, did it? It's 2025. You don't need a server browser. It's ridiculous. It's not 1998. These losers. That's why Michael doesn't do these streams anymore, and that's why there are no more call-ins. Well, yeah, because they would just say the same shit. They would just, it's all about Michael. It's just an obsession. They cannot discuss the game. They cannot organically discuss it. They can't even defend what they supposedly love because they know they're going to lose. So they don't even step up to the plate. Unreal. This is a sad situation. Boomers run Battlefield 6. They are insufferable mouth breathers. Yeah, it's just a sad situation. What is your addiction with XQC? We don't have an addiction with XQC. It's called the algorithm. His shit pops up. I don't watch that guy. But you probably do, clearly. Just because I said I scored better at zombies, you got mad about it. You guys love getting mad about it. Well, stay mad about it. I don't care. Cry more. Really couldn't care less. Don't give a shit about your dumb feelings, okay? I really don't. Like, I don't care, okay? If I gave a shit about what some retards on the internet had to think, we wouldn't have got past the first video. Really don't give a shit. You can cry all day. You can go open seats. I don't care. Go watch XQC. Go donate to XQC. I don't care. You guys are sheep. You follow the herd. That's why you guys don't resonate. And, you know, you guys like those Japanese sword games. I don't like those Japanese sword games. And that's why you guys can't resonate with the show, because you like what I don't like. So there's a discombobulation there. It's really that simple. You can't find common interest. You can't find common ground because Michael doesn't like Japanese RPGs and you do. And that's just embedded in your head. Well, that's great. Enjoy them and play them, but I'm not covering them over here. So if that affects you, then get out of here. I don't know what to tell you. It's just unbelievable. You guys need to be talking about Battlefield 6. It comes out in 72 hours. Literally the biggest game, especially on the internet right now. So the fact that you guys don't even give a shit about this game is like, well, then that defeats the purpose of going live. It's just like these articles, you know. Even if these articles are true, even if you can just slide the disc into the PlayStation 5 and it just works without internet or whatever the fuck they're saying, without a download rather, who cares? It's irrelevant, right? In a few days, the day one patch is coming out. You're gonna need to download something in order to play. So I guess it saves you a little bit of time, but I don't think that that's big news. And you're getting people that are reading those articles and they're saying they're thinking otherwise. They're thinking that, oh, you can just put it in your PlayStation 5 and it just works. You know, we don't need internet. We don't need this. We don't need that. And it's just causing misinformation. Because even at first I thought, wait a minute, what are these guys talking about? Why would you write an article when the game has online DRM? Who cares if the data's on the disk? It's locked. Who cares? Right? Why are you writing an article if the game is fully on the disk or not? Who cares? You have to download the latest build anyway. And if you wait, if you play Battlefield 6 and then, maybe you stop at the end of October and then you come back to it in December or something, I mean, you pop the disc in again or something like that, it's going to be a massive download. I don't know what these guys are smoking. Doesn't make any sense. Why didn't you guys report on Ghost of Yotei having the full game on the disc? It's 2025 and Ghost of Yotei is fully on the disc. What other game did we just play? Silent Hill F is fully on the disc. Those games are both fully on the disc. There's another game that just came out. What else did we play? They're terrible games. Can't remember them. Dying Light. Well, Dying Light the Beast is a full digital game. There's no physical copy for that, and that's another reason why I can't support that game, because it's like, well, Dying Light 2 at least had a disc version, right? And now all of a sudden we're going full digital. You don't own what you buy. Fuck that bullshit. That's a horrible direction for the company to go in, and you guys are shilling it and praising it because, I love Techland. I'm one of them fucking, losers that sit around and play this zombie game for 300 hours straight. I don't give a shit. I can't relate to you because I don't do shit like that. That's some weird-ass shit. I ain't going to sit around and play no fucking zombie game for 300 hours. That's stupid. And then the fact of the matter is that, you can't own Dying Light the Beast. That's cringe in and of itself, because you could own Dying Light 1. You could own Dying Light 2. Those had physical versions, and now they don't even do that. How can you guys support that as anti-consumer? I mean, Battlefield 6 is a live service game, and, they're saying it's fully on the disc. So, that's better than Dying Light the Beast, because at least you're getting something physical. Jeez. Yeah, the single player should be offline, but I'm assuming the way with the destruction and stuff like that, it might need the server side to process stuff, or to stream textures or something. 140 gig only takes 20 minutes to download. Well, that's again, you're inserting yourself into the picture and you're not looking at it from a broader perspective. Not everyone has the fast fiber internet like you. Fuck's wrong with you, man? I mean, that's how it's always about you. It's always about you. I got fast internet, therefore everyone else has fast internet. That's not how it works, bud. But it's great that you can download a massive game like that in just a matter of a few minutes. That's fantastic. Unreal. These normies actually think they own their games if they buy the disc. Well, you do. Prove me wrong. Let's go ahead and debate. How do I not own the game? Now, I'm not talking about Battlefield 6. I'm talking about single-player games that are fully on the disc. Now, again, I have the old-school PlayStation 5. The old-school PlayStation 5 that came out 5 years ago doesn't require online to use the disk drive. Okay. Now, you guys got that new PlayStation 5. That thing requires internet. And, well, then it's all, I mean, that's why I don't have it. I don't have the new PlayStation 5. My PlayStation 5 requires no internet. Okay. I got a gem. Okay. Believe me, I got a gem. I got the last DRM PlayStation. Xbox has introduced online DRM since 2013, and that hasn't changed, and no one cares. You know, they threw a hissy fit because Angry Joe was interviewing Major Nelson, and he asked some crazy questions, and Major Nelson got mad. Well, Major Nelson no longer works at Xbox. Xbox is in total shambles. But with that said, y'all wanted to cry in 2013. Oh my God, we got to do online check-ins, and it's like, very little of that has actually changed. So they won. They still went with their vision with Don Matrick, and the future of gaming is cloud and this and that. And none of that really changed. They just kind of sugarcoated it a little bit, and, you know. Exactly. Yeah, it's misinformation. I just told you, Silent Hill F, it just came out weeks ago, fully on the disc. Ghost of Yotei, literally just came out 4 days ago. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, okay? Fully on the disc. No internet needed. So I don't know what you want me to tell you. Resident Evil 4 Remake, fully on the disc, okay? There's a lot of games that are fully on the disc. Some of them aren't, okay? And you are starting to see that shift and that transition. But if it's a single-player game, chances are it might be fully on the disc. Oh, Lord. They don't want to discuss Battlefield, and it's the biggest game. I thought it's the #1 seller on Steam. Where's the discussion? I'm going to the Steam forums right now. I'm going to copy and paste this. Fuck this shit. Like, someone's got to do it, and it's going to be me, because y'all ain't going to do it. Let's see what they're talking about. Battlefield 6 Steam forums. Probably talking about how woke it is. Here we go. Just now, Battlefield 6 won. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 lost. Arc Raiders lost. What? Battlefield 6 is soulless junk. Oh, Black Ops 7 Zombie has more soul than Battlefield 6, and no, this is not Rage Bait or whatever. This is a fact. But someone watches the show. Wait, hold on. Oh, they're getting so pissed. That sounds like something. That sounds like something they got from me. Battlefield veterans, where are you at these days? I think the hype for this game is totally fake. Not totally fake, but certainly manufactured. It's manufactured hype. Because I remember, was it day 2 of the beta or week 2 of the beta? The hype fell off already. Yeah, it was week two of the open beta for Battlefield 6. Week 1, everyone was hyped up, and then they got bored of it already. And then week 2 came around, and it was just like, They couldn't even handle a week of. They couldn't even handle a week of this game. Oh my God. Well, we got to start timing that out. We got to start timing that out. If they're going to discuss everything else but the game that we're talking about, that's called trolling, and we're not going to allow trolling in here. And I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. I've trolled the biggest streamers. Okay, I could show you a video, but you're going to have to pay. I've trolled Queso. I've trolled. Well, we're not going to name other names, but I've trolled the biggest streamers, and I got them to ban me. And you guys can't do that, so cope and soothe. You guys have to come into these 150 viewer streams to get attention, and it's like, no, I was in there with over hundreds of people, if not thousands. So you guys lost. Remember Reddit turned on Battlefield 6 on Mike Bobo's talking sense. Holy shit! That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I remember that, and I said, holy shit! They've already turned on the game. And that was week 2, bro. The game comes out in 72 hours. And it's over. I mean, they're going to be bored of it by this weekend. So by the time Call of Duty Black Ops 7 comes out, Call of Duty is winning. I've already shown you the Google Trends. I'll go to it right now in real time if you need that. And it's clear that more people are typing in Black Ops 7. Call of Duty is objectively more popular than Battlefield, okay? You cannot argue that. Those are the numbers. I'll show you right now. Sick and tired of it. These people do not want to listen. I'm going to Google Trends, and I'm typing, it's getting cold out here. Where's the support? Right here. We're going to type in Black Ops 7. Search term. Black Ops 7. Okay, and we're going to compare it to Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 versus... Oh, shit. Oh, that's the past day. Okay, well, that's not relevant right now. Let's go the past 7 days. Really? Well, last I checked, it was different. But fine. Well, I guess Battlefield 6 is winning, but I mean, it's coming out in 72 days. Maybe we did it third. Let me see. So the past 7 days, more people are typing in Battlefield 6, but it's not as. Let's do the past 30 days. I think that's what it was. No, yeah, Battlefield. Well, Battlefield's coming out in 3 days, so I mean, it's going to be typed in more. But if you look, Call of Duty was winning. So what we showed you was correct. But now Battlefield, we'll show you the graph here. They're typing in their flavor of the week. So there's the graph. There's the chart. The blue line is Call of Duty, and Battlefield is the red line. But you can see that Battlefield was Black Ops was obliterating Battlefield when the beta just came out a few days ago. And now more people are going to start typing in Battlefield 6 because it's coming out here. So Call of Duty was winning. You guys lost. And that game's not coming out until November 14th. It's over. Who is going to be playing? Who is going to be playing? Okay, this guy was in here last night. We're going to go ahead and get him up out of here. What did he say? We got Aaron R. coming through with a $2 super chat. That's what you love to see. No, I didn't lose my own point because when I posted it, I was right. But, you know, looking at it today, it looks like more people are typing in Battlefield. But that's okay because you're going to see when the sales numbers come out. And because by definition, Call of Duty is going to have to win, right? It's on more platforms than Battlefield 6. And not only that, it's on Game Pass. So Battlefield, Battlefield's going to sell well because people need something to play and they need to be a part of something. And, you know, this is one of them social movement games. You know what this is? This is one of those situations where they're looking it's one of those situations where they're looking to sell the excitement, the sizzle, rather than the actual steak. I'm serious. That's what this is. And this is a terrible way to do it. I mean, it's just you don't sell the sizzle because the sizzle is going to eventually dissipate, right? And the steak's going to have to be good. And once the sizzle dissipates and you were sold on the sizzle of the steak, I mean, you're going to see the steak for what it is, and you're going to say, holy shit, I'm bored. And, you know, if you can get a week or so or two, of fun out of this game, I guess you'll get your $60, $70 worth. But right now, I think that's the problem with this game. They're selling you the sizzle. You guys are not listening. Where is the support? I'm going to go run this trailer back. Oh, man. Absolute cinema.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Look at that professional sellout. Oh, my God. The best shooter I played in 2025, by the way.
This is Battlefield.
Oh my God. It does not look like this when you play it, bro. There is not that much going on. Give me something to break. Yeah! The game is so cool. This is worse than Call of Duty, bro. Like, you guys were mad about the player skins in Call of Duty. This is cringier. Now, if I were Call of Duty, but here's the thing, Call of Duty doesn't have to because this isn't competition. This isn't competition. But if I were Call of Duty just for fun, I would be mocking this, and I'd be hiring a bunch of streamers, and we would parody the shit out of that because it's like, you're what's worse, celebrity skins or streamers that are paid to essentially say the game is great? I mean. The celebrity skins is at least somewhat interesting. They're adding Chucky and They're adding Chucky and the new Jason Voorhees in Call of Duty. But I don't know if those carry over to Black Ops 7, which was actually weird if they don't. Ramskank is coming through yet again. We got to get the lasers out for Ramskank. He's plowing through and just saving the broadcast here today. Ramskank's in the building, and he's coming through hard and strong. And he says, my game that makes me feel socially accepted, get out of the basement and touch grass. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those games where it's just like they're selling you the sizzle, they're selling you the hype. It's one of those hype games. And, those hype games don't last long, right? Initially, very much so success. But after that, see, GTA 6 has the hype. And, you could talk about how that's going to be woke, how that's going to be trash, and how, it very well could be. But, people know that the steak is going to be sold, and the steak is going to be tender and juicy. And they're not just selling you sizzle. At least they haven't in the past. Ramskank in the building with a $5 super chat. The Shills need to get in here. We should have 350-plus viewers. But they can't handle it. People play this for the streamers to be a part of it. There's nothing to be a part of these days. The people are soulless. I don't know. I'm not saying they can't have fun. We'll have fun with the game. Everyone's going to have fun, but once that fun dissipates, just like it did for Battlefield 2042, because you guys, this is, they got this like dude bro language, like, yeah, man, let's run it back, man. We're so peak. and it's like, we got these people that get together in these online games. Instead of coming out here, the great outdoors, right? And we can shoot some basketball hoops, burn some calories, get that hand and eye coordination in real life, socialize face-to-face. These losers want to sit in their basement on welfare checks, and they want to fucking buy these games, and they want to do anything. They want to poop in their britches. They want to smell their pants, and they want to fucking sit around and eat Cheetos all day. You know what I mean? So they're in their little safe space, and they can socialize in their little safe space, and they can play this little Battlefield shit, and they can just have so much fun. We're so back peak cinema. And it's like, well, whatever, dude. I mean, show me that you're great at a game like We Fit, Then I'll be impressed. I don't need to see your high score in Battlefield 6. I don't need to see your prestige. I don't need to see any of that crap. Show me that you're great at We Fit, Then we'll start talking. That's a real game. That's a real game. We Fit. We're going to plug that in. I got 4 AA batteries. We're going to plug in We Fit, and we need to utilize it. We're going to see if it works. This is fantastic that we put on some weight because we're going to shed the 200 pounds. And I'm going to still eat like trash because the diet's not important. You guys, and I'm not going to discuss that stuff, but that's an excuse for fat people, okay? I mean, it just is. I've never once cared about diet, and we were always skinny. The problem right now is that we don't really do the walking streams much anymore because we don't do it as intensely because you guys aren't coming through. You used to come through with hundreds, 50s, whatever you had. You used to come through vigorously and tremendously. But you guys don't do that no more, so there's no incentive to walk around for 5 hours a night. You can't handle it. The chat goes dead, the chat goes silent. They acted like they walked with world class. They couldn't handle it. They couldn't walk 8 miles with world class. I'm not bringing back the call-in shows. If you want to get Battlefield, I'll tell you this, I'll bring it back tonight. I'll bring it back right now. But you have to get Battlefield fans in here. And you're not showing me that you can do that. So I'm not going to listen to these same viewers that have some stupid opinions. So if you can get real gamers in here, we will have a debate line right now. And I'll say, tell me how Battlefield, sell me on Battlefield, and we can go back and forth. But until you can... What is going on out here? We got the Fast and the Furious. They paid a VTuber to be at the event. They cargo pants for the devs. They're brand new. Well, the whole gimmick, Mike Bobo, the whole gimmick with this game is that they brought back the legendary Vamp Zappella or some shit, and he worked on the best Call of Duty games. Because I remember this like 3 years ago. They said that they had to change creative direction because 2042 was a flop, and they had to bring back the Steve Jobs of FPS games or some shit. I don't fucking know. And what did he do? What is okay? It's a yes or no question, And I can go to the AI. So, does the game have a... does Battlefield... I need you to listen, okay? Does Battlefield 6 have a server browser? Yes or no? Does anyone in here know? Because I don't recall it being in the beta, but I could be wrong. That was like a month ago, 2 months ago. Does Battlefield 6 have a server browser? Yes or no? Well, you have to think, I mean, 2020 was 5 years ago. That's half a decade ago. Streaming is more saturated than ever before. YouTube is more populated than ever before. The rise of short-form content wasn't even really a thing back then. It was just kind of starting out. So a lot has changed in 5 years. Has nothing to do with me, though. So there's no server browser in the game. Cool. The game's a flop. That's what the Battlefield fan told me. He said that EA did not hit the home run with 2042. He said that there's no server browser in it, and therefore it's trash. So they didn't fix anything. they didn't fix anything. Oh, they fixed the classes, right? That's another thing you guys were complaining about, the classes. They've kind of fixed that stuff, right? They brought back the specific classes. That's a bunch of baloney. No one's playing like that. If you're a medic, you're not going around and saving people. I mean, no one's really playing like that. But they didn't bring back server browser. Unbelievable. The game's a flop. Not to mention the fact that the campaign is garbage. It is going to be the worst campaign in Battlefield. You don't have to listen to me. I don't care. But the reviews, there's no way they're going to be shilling that campaign. Unbelievable. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The dev said you can make the mode in Portal by the... No. This is the same argument that you guys had for Battlefield 2042, and you saw how that turned out. No, we're not doing this again. Okay? This is the same argument that we had in 2021 with how many viewers. I'll pull the stream up right now. It's the same fucking setting. We're out here with less viewers than we probably have now. And you guys wanted to argue the same exact thing. Battlefield Portal is going to save it. Battlefield Portal, no one used Battlefield Portal in 2042. Well, that's because the game was trash, Michael. Battlefield 6 is good, so they're going to go in and actually create stuff. Well, I hope they do, because they certainly didn't utilize it in 2042. You guys said, well, Battlefield 2042 doesn't need a campaign because, we have Battlefield Portal. Battlefield Portal is the be-all, end-all. Oh, my God. Why do you care, though? Because you're making alts. I can go to your channel activity right now. No one's naming their YouTube channel facts. Channel activity joined 2 years ago. That's an alt. No one's naming their channel facts, okay? That's common sense. You're here to harass and demean and undermine. I'm not a dumbass. I know how this game works. I've trolled the biggest YouTubers. I've trolled the biggest streamers. You haven't. You guys come in here and harass, 200 viewer Andy. That's easy to do. That's easy to troll fucking 200 viewer Andy. That's easy as hell. Why don't you start with the big leagues? 5,000 viewers, 10,000 viewers. Why don't you troll those streamers? Can't get their attention. Sit the fuck down. I know what Battlefield Portal is. It doesn't mean it's good. And in order for that to be successful is people are going to have to use it. People are lazy. They're not going in and creating stuff. The only people that are doing that are losers. No, I'm not playing victim. I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. But I know a lot of you guys like to play victim. That's why you're gone. Because you guys are woke snowflakes that voted for Kamala. Clearly. You guys pretend like, yeah, Trump, last year, Trump, and it's like, yeah, you didn't vote for Trump. Unreal. Clearly you didn't. I mean, you're just so woke and anti-fun and, It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all you guys do is just interject your, well, you know, Michael, I got fast internet. And it's like, okay, well, maybe you have fast internet, and that's great that you do, but not everyone does. So I don't know what to tell you. You know. Oh, I download my games digitally. Who's buying them discs? It's 2025. And it's like, well, I don't know. There's people that still obviously buy them. Otherwise, they wouldn't fucking produce them. Like, I don't. Jesus. So dumb. Stupid. Oh, Lord. Unreal. It's just unbelievable. This is why we can't stream GTA 6 day one. Maybe day two we can stream GTA 6. And maybe that would have a higher turnout. I'm not sure. But I'll, you know, we're not going to sleep when we have GTA 6. Unless it's boring, we'll turn it off then. But, you know, I think it's unless the view count, if the view count were to rise, and we were able to get 500 people consistently in here, and it would keep going up and up, and we're talking organic viewers and support and all that stuff, which isn't going to happen. But I'm just saying, if it did go that direction, we would consider it. But you know, everyone with grandma is going to be streaming GTA 6. I don't need to know their opinion on the game. I want to have this intimate moment with Grand Theft Auto 6, right? It's a Rockstar title. They don't come out all that often, right? This isn't a disposable game. We want to get the beef jerky out. We want to light the candles. We want to have a great time with Grand Theft Auto 6, okay? And in order for me to do that, we have to just not create content for it, right? I'm serious. We just don't need to think about it like that. We need to think about it and just play it, right? And that's what we're just going to have to probably do. Now, maybe day two I can come back and I can say, okay, this is what, you know, this is what we played. This is my experience so far with it. This is what I found. Let's see what you guys found. You know, we can maybe do that little back and forth. But day one, I think we need to just turn the lights down, get the OLED on, and we need to look at it in a way that makes sense. That's what we did for GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? We don't mess around with Rockstar games, okay? They don't come out every year. It's not disposable slop like all these other games that you guys like. You guys have bad taste. It's a sad situation. You guys like garbage that comes out every like 2 years or something, and it's like, well, I'm waiting for the good shit. I'm waiting for the real good shit. And I'm not saying GTA 6 is going to be a masterpiece. Of course, there's a lot in the air right now, and that's going to be a whole nother situation as the gaming media continues to spin that narrative. Once they realize it's maybe not that great, they're going to start coming out of the woodwork and saying, well, look at Rockstar. This is why GTA 6, here's my video essay, you know. How many fucking power lines are in GTA 6? And it's like, yeah, this is why we need to turn the internet off. Like, if you got people like that succeeding on the internet because they make autistic content that, you know, resonates with other people that are autistic, I mean, shit. It's cringe. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't care how many power lines are in the game, and I don't care what they connect to. I care about gameplay mechanics and gameplay details. I care about logic, okay? I don't care about aesthetics. Power lines are aesthetics. There's no real game design. No real functionality. Who cares about power lines in a video game? It's so cringe. Like, the guy sits there, looks like Jeffrey Dahmer. Got this MTV overproduced garbage. It's the worst content I've ever seen. This is why I can't be successful in this platform. Because I can't resonate with what works. I can't look at what's successful and say, wow, that's a great video. I mean, I really just can't. It's all cringe. It's like you guys are trying way too hard to like captivate people's attention by having cuts every 5 seconds and overproduced garbage with like the animations and shit. Like, settle down. We know you got money, but like you ain't editing that yourself. I mean, I know better than that shit because you guys couldn't handle editing. If it were easy, everyone would do it. So these motherfuckers don't even. They got so much money they just pay like these high caliber editors and just send off the footage. It's one big fucking shitstorm is what it is on this website. It's a horrible platform. We should make a new social media platform where it's like you just have to use your phone and you don't edit, you know, and then it's a level playing field. Oh my God. Four-year dev time so cringe. Okay, why is this guy still in here? Let's go. This guy says I look like the guy from Waterboy. Well, I need $5 for that. Get that loser a 30-minute timeout. I'm tired of him. Jeez. Got nothing to say. He can't even defend. These losers can't even defend the game. And then after the stream's over, they'll write a fucking 6-paragraph essay about why we're wrong. Well, that's getting timed out and banned as well, so don't even try. Because I'm not reading that garbage. Okay? You had the opportunity to make it all. It takes 2 seconds to do it. You could have came in here and you could have shared your opinion, but you didn't want to. So you're being lazy. I'm not going to entertain it after the fact. It's not happening. Unreal. You guys cannot talk about Battlefield. Why? You already bought the game. I'm buying the game. I have to buy the game so we can cover it on Friday if that's really what you want. I mean, I don't have to, but we would like to see how terrible it is. So that's how we have to do it. Otherwise, we won't be able to play it. So I'm buying Battlefield 6. That's how that's going to work. But straight up, Brando's in the building and he's coming through hard and strong with the chat. Look at this right here.
Super chat. They just aren't able to let go of their pride and put that thinking cap on.
It's unreal.
How dare you question the integrity of world class? They have a response for everything but never contribute any value.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the thing with the call-ins. It's a problematic thing, really. That's why we don't do it much. Because once you give them a voice, they feel like they own the show or something. They have these weird mental illness where they think that they have ownership of things. They think that they're the puppeteer and they're controlling the strings and stuff. And it's just a really weird fucking situation. But, that's just something Dr. Phil could maybe help with, not me. But nonetheless, that's one of the reasons why we don't do it. And plus, Skype is shut down, and I have yet to find a good alternative. And I'm not saying we can't bring it back. I mean, with GTA 6, I think for a game that big, I think there's a lot of discussion that's going to be surrounding that, the biggest video game in the world. I think there's certainly a time and place for it. But when you guys can't even comment about Battlefield 6, why would I want to open up the lines and talk to people that can't even anonymously comment in a chat room? I mean, I think that's crazy. So, you guys are going to have to show some incentive that you could actually go 12 rounds of world class. Because, right now we're not able to do that. It's just, go to the Battlefield video that I just put up yesterday. All the comments are just, oh, Michael, oh, Michael, oh, Michael. And it's like, can you please, for the love of God, talk about the video game that you guys have already spent your money on? It's unbelievable. Oh, yeah, they write about 8 paragraphs. I've seen it, believe me, firsthand. And it's like, this is the most mentally unwell thing I've ever seen. Not even Star Wars fans are typing out fucking 8 paragraphs about how George Lucas destroyed the franchise. Like, Jesus. Wolverine will be Game of the Year. Well, it's not coming out in 2026 if GTA 6 gets delayed, and no one is talking about that. Not that I've seen. So, Wolverine, in my opinion, if GTA 6 is delayed, they're pushing Wolverine to spring 2027. That's how that's going to work. Because presumably GTA 6, if it does get delayed, it's going to be a small delay, probably October. So if GTA 6 doesn't come out until October of 2026, Wolverine is not going near that, right? Wolverine's coming out spring 2027. Wolverine's getting pushed back. So Wolverine's release really is dependent on GTA 6's release. So if you're Insomniac, you best hope that GTA 6 is actually coming out on May 26, 2026, because they're going to need to shift that release window if it gets delayed. IGN Shill. GTA 6 getting pushed to October 2026 and online drops in November. I think it would be smart. Let's just assume there's no delay. Let's assume the game comes out in May, and look at this right here. Someone's coming through hard and strong. What is that?
Raging Punk has just tipped 20 Canadian dollars through Super Chat.
Look at that right there. He's sponsored.
GTA 6 and your first playthrough will be world
Well,
class.
I mean, I got big ideas on what we could potentially do, but, I'm not doing it for 200 viewers. I mean, that's ridiculous. It's the biggest video game in the world. This is everything that we You know, I mean, there's just not going to be a bigger game in our lifetime. I don't care if GTA 7 comes out. Like, AI is taking over. AI is going to change the way video games are made. It's going to change the pipeline of how these things are put together in the coming years. And GTA 6 is the end of an era. So it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We got Raging Punk in the building, coming through hard and strong with the $20 super chat. It's what we love to see, hard and strong. Let's go ahead and get the lasers out. He's plowing through. The lasers are not working here. What happened to the lasers? You guys broke the lasers. Raging Punk is in the building, and he's plowing through in a way that makes sense. Hard and strong with the 20 Canadian. That's what we love to see. Got that Tim Horton. If you shill, you will get the normie crowd. Yeah. Probably. Well, I said Ghost of Yote was fun, and man, people didn't like that. So I don't know. People like to play contrarian in here. It's a gimmick that they like to play. They like to play contrarian. So if I say this game is fun, or if I say this game sucks, you know, for example, Battlefield 6. If I say Battlefield 6 is trash, which we've already been saying, you know, people are going to say, well, we're gonna spite you and buy 10 copies, and that's great. Go ahead. That's great. Go ahead. I need you guys to start locking in. We're not listening. Mike Bobo is in the building, and he says if there's no delay, then early access is May 22nd and online comes July. I don't think online would come in July 4th weekend. I think that would be I think they hold online off. And I think they launch online in the fall. That's what I was going to try and finish. I think they wait for the online for GTA 6 online, and they say we need a little bit more time, and we're going to launch it this fall 2026. So the campaign comes out early 2026, and then we got a lot of action here in the chat here. We got a lot of action here in the chat here. Let's go ahead and get this person up out of here. We got the Queen in the building. We need you guys to start locking in in a way that makes sense. So I said Grand Theft Auto 6, May 26, 2026 for the storyline. Jason Duvall, Lucia, whatever her last name is, Gomez or some shit. And we have that narrative, the woke Bonnie and Clyde story, which no one was asking for. I mean, you know what I mean? Like not a single soul. And then, you know, potentially the online in fall of 2026. I think this will be a fantastic. And again, if they were to put out the online in fall of 2026, Wolverine's getting delayed. Okay, these publishers are not launching anywhere near this game. I don't care what they say right now. Oh, the game's coming out next year. Halloween's coming out in September of next year. By the way, Halloween is not coming out next year. In September, and really that is dependent on GTA 6 because no one's going to play as Michael Myers when they can just play as Michael Myers in Vice City. You know, they can just role play as Michael Myers in Vice City. No one's playing Halloween the video game. I already said they should have put that out in January, and they should have said, you know, here you go, early access, and work with the community, and then do the full 1.0 release in October of 2026. It is ridiculous how they're waiting until September of 2026 to put out this Michael Myers Halloween video game, knowing that GTA 6, we have no idea what the online plans are for that game, or more so when they're coming out, when it's coming out. Now, if we go with previous Rockstar games, it's a few weeks after the initial launch. I think GTA 5 was September 17th, and then October 1st, I believe, for GTA Online. Now, that was back in the day, okay? And Red Dead Redemption launched late October, I believe. And I think the online came out in November. Pretty positive. So there's not a big window, but I think this time around it's totally different. I think this time around it's totally different, and I think that's okay. I think if you have enough meat on the bone, no one needs to play online, right? Who cares? I want to fill up my, you know, we need to have a great game here. Just put the role play elements into the single player and call it a day. We don't even need the online. I mean, fuck the online. Why would I want to play with others online? I want to play as Jason Duvall and Lucia, and we can get a job as Jason Duvall. We can fix leaks on a roof. There you go. You know, oh, shit. Oh, my God. I play Michael Myers in Kingdom Come. Guys, we're at 24% battery. The Battlefield fans couldn't join us here today, so I've lost energy. I cannot discuss a game where people do not want to discuss it back. We've tried that for the last year and a half with GTA 6, and it's been unreal. I don't want to get a job in real life. I want to get a job in GTA 6, and that's okay. Is that kind of a loser activity? Sure. But if you can moderate the loser activity, then, you know. But with that said, let's do it. Let's do it, Rockstar. And put it in the single player. Just build the ultimate game where no one ever has to buy another game again. Just make a damn point with GTA 6 and say, okay, well, we're going to call it a day. They cannot handle it. They are virgins. They cannot handle it. I'm out here with 23% battery, world class as a somebody. These losers are nobodies in here, and that's not ego. It's just, well, I got millions of views. Okay, I got the YouTube plaque. Ain't nobody up on this level. Ain't nobody got 100K subscribers. I mean, they all want to talk shit and bring world class down, and it's ridiculous. Show some fucking respect. It's that simple. You show some respect, we'll respect you back. That's how this game's going to work in here. And if you choose not to play it, well, then we can't help you. Go to the next stream. It's a pretty simple philosophy. Unreal. I don't care about the fake fans. They're irrelevant to me. I'm here to talk about the world of video games. They can't even keep up. They can try and keep up, but they can't keep up. I'm starting a new show. It's going to be like, well, I can't say anymore. We're starting a new show. And as soon as you find it, we'll go to the next new show. That's how that's going to work. We're going to keep jumping around. It's like Wedding Crashers. We're going to keep jumping around to different weddings. Isn't that what happens in that movie? I don't know. I haven't seen it. It's a two-way street, and they just can't handle it. They can't talk about Battlefield 6, yet they're going to be playing it. I'm going to go to all their streams. I'm going to watch, look at their gamer tags. Oh, we hate Battlefield 6. Their ass is playing it, you know. We're so back. We're so peaked. They'll go onto their stream with 50 viewers, and they'll say, yeah, this is so fun. And, you know, they'll come into my chat and say it's trash. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'd rather play Halloween the video game, but that ain't out until September, and I got a lot to say on that, but I don't know how to tell you. Because we're going to get 150 viewers if we start. Actually, at this point, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I got the biggest FPS game coming out in literally 72 hours. Less than 72 hours, and we got 200 viewers. That's a problem. I'm sorry. So what does that tell you? Either that means the game is dead, or you guys can't get people in here. I don't care about Luke Steffens, okay? Go subscribe to Luke Steffens and go give him money. I don't give a shit, okay? I'm sure he needs more of your money. Jesus. We're not name dropping, okay? If you want to go watch Luke Steffens and support Luke Steffens, that's fantastic. Great. You know? I don't care. Why would I care what you do? God. You know, I bring up like I name drop like every once in a blue moon, and you guys fucking cling on to it like it's some big fucking thing, and it's like, dude, you guys are dumb. Like, get a fucking job. Holy shit. Those guys are millionaires, bro. We're fucking homeless. Okay? Compared to them, we're pretty much homeless, okay? Those guys are fucking well off. They got sponsorships, they got fucking, you know, they got it all, okay? They're in the games industry, they get sponsored shit, they got everything. Because that's what you do. And I'm not knocking that hustle. You have to fucking sell out if you want to put food on the table. And some of those guys have to put food on the table, you know. But we don't shill, and you know that's the problem. You guys are not listening in here. Swirly's had enough. God, I mean, it's just loser. We're so back. I know you're watching, and I know you know I'm talking to. Yeah, I can see you. We're so back, by the way. Who's the fucking cringe lord? Oh, man. God. I mean, it just shows that we're relevant because it's just a rent-free situation. You know, you look at these other streamers, no one's ever interacting with their shit because they're losers. Oh, my God. We need members on here to talk about video games. And I'm not talking about you guys that are in here. There's over 100 members, and do the math. I mean, how many members at max are in here? Probably 8? Maybe 8 or 9 at max. And I know these people are active elsewhere. Oh, believe me. I don't care enough to call them out because I don't give a shit because they're just fake people. I don't need to talk to these people. But it's just funny how they spend $5 every single month to not interact with anything that we do. And it's like, I don't know what you're spending money on, but it's like, that's fucking crazy to me because it's like one of the perks of being a member is to actually show off your fucking badge, to show off how long you've been supporting, you know? And it's like the fact that you dumb motherfuckers don't want to do that is really fucking cringe. I wish we could go through the members list and say, hey, you know what, YouTube, I don't want this guy as a member anymore. Can I just say, you know, that should be a feature. Serious. And I'm not, of course, talking about you guys. You guys are actively engaging, consistently engaging. It's when these losers pop up out of nowhere and act like they're big fucking fans. You cannot pull that little gimmick on me because it ain't going to fucking work. Okay? You think I'm that retarded? Well, I got news for you. You're the fucking retard. Because you came in here with that bait, and it's the worst bait I've ever fucking seen in my life. That's why you guys can't. You can't troll other streamers because you don't know how to troll. You just know how to be a retard. And that's just annoying. So it's not really trolling. It's just being annoying. Unreal. I swear, these members. I mean, we have over 100 members. There's 8 people in here max. You know, on a good day. Well, I mean, let's just count how many members are in here right now. 1, 2, 3. 3 members right now. Let's scroll back up. 4, 5. So 5 members. Not even 8. 5 members out of 100 plus. Only 5 people can decide to actually tune in. So what are these other people paying for? I thought the membership was like an intimate way to like engage a little bit more and you know, show off like, yeah, I'm here to support and, you know, stuff like that. And it's like, well, I don't know. And I'm not waiting for GTA 6 for these losers to show back up because they'll get banned on that day. In fact, we're going to have, I mean, if we were to stream GTA 6 day one, and I'm not going to spoil things on what could potentially happen, but it would be the biggest stream that we've ever done. And it would be a content overload. We would probably have an assistant that day to help out with certain things because it's going to be a big day. Biggest video game in the world. And, you know, world class can't do it all. Not when we got all this garbage in here and you just, because we need someone to monitor the chat because that chat would be really nasty. And then the super chats, they'd love to come in with $5 so they can disrupt my gameplay session with Grand Theft Auto 6. And that's why I said I'd rather, you know, sit in the dark, light the candles, and just play Grand Theft Auto 6 and have a great time with Grand Theft Auto 6. That's what we'd rather do. Instead of streaming it day one, and I want to be impressed by myself, right? I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to be. I don't want to watch leaked gameplay on the internet. I don't want to wait for reviews to come out on the internet. I don't need anyone else's opinion on the game on the internet. I don't care what anyone else thinks about Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't care what the reviews are for Grand Theft Auto 6. Give me the game. Let me have my moment with it, and we'll see where this goes. It's really that simple. Same with Red Dead Redemption 2. I bought the $80 edition. I never even redeemed the damn $80 crap that you got with it because I just wanted to say, you know what? I knew it was worth it. We don't need the damn reviews. We don't need anyone else's opinion on it. We don't need to watch any other streamers on it. Yes, it is interesting to see other people's perspective, but we need to have our time with Rockstar and with Grand Theft Auto because these games do not come out. It's been how many years since the last game? 13? And that's a long fucking time. Okay, the fact that this game, GTA 6, is still not out right now as we're speaking. I mean, right now the game should be out. The game should have been coming out this month if it didn't get delayed. Fall 2025. The motherfucking ass, we should have been playing GTA 6 right about now. It's not happening. We got 17% on the battery. We got 17% on the battery. We need you to We need you to start locking in. Oh my God. How am I supposed to have a discussion with Battlefield 6 fans? Okay, I don't understand. It's literally impossible on this platform to have a discussion about video games. They just cannot come in here and argue about the game anymore. They don't even care. Why don't you guys go play Mind's Eye? That might be game of the year. God. No, they can't make Grand Theft Auto 6 in today's climate, and that's why it's not going to be a GTA 6 game. It's going to be GTA 6 by name only. It's going to be Marvel writing and horrible humor, horrible dialogue. It's going to be garbage, but you guys will love it because it's Rockstar. It's brand new and shiny. And I can't wait to see the censorship. I can't wait to see how disappointed I am because we're going through that game, and we're going to walk around for 15 hours straight. We ain't playing no damn missions. The fuck you smoking? Right after the first mission and we're able to roam around, we're roaming around. That's what we're doing. And we're going to walk around Vice City and we're going to really take it in. That's what we're going to do. I ain't playing missions. We got plenty of time for missions. I don't care. I don't care if we're spoiled. You know, just get off the internet and play the game. You guys are not listening. You guys are not listening. Battlefield 6 trailer, Zac Efron. No, that's cringe. First of all, Zac Efron. Zac Efron's hot. Okay. I mean, that's not gay. That's just like, you know, that's just, you know, a man seeing another man and saying, hey, bro. You know what I mean? Like Zac, type it in. Zac Efron, he's like 40 years old. How the hell? You know what I mean? And that's not gay. Like, you know what I mean? That's just like, you know, other guys can say other guys are hot without being gay. But Zac Efron, I mean, hell, I might have to watch that Battlefield. We picked the wrong Battlefield 6 trailer here. We're going to watch the Zac Efron one. What you mean, homie? No, but it's a sad situation because it's a rent-free situation. They're thinking too much of Call. Like they paid millions of dollars to get these actors in here, millions and millions and millions on this advertisement just to because Call of Duty is rent-free. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna low-key like make fun of the skins and shit. Like it's so cringe. Okay, Christian Romero's coming in here. Okay. No. So now where were you? Were you in your little Discord trying to get bait? Because here's the thing, we got 15% battery. I don't got time for your ass. So if you want to come in here and debate real quick, let's go. Christian Romero says, and I'm going to screenshot. We're putting him on blast. This is ridiculous. Here we go. No, I'm putting him up on the screen. This is ridiculous. This guy's a fucking troll. What a loser. Look at this loser. Look at this loser. It's confirmed to have bots on multiplayer. Oh, maybe we read that wrong. Well, I'm sure it is. I don't. What does that mean? I thought it said offline. I was going to get mad. Unbelievable. I don't care. Christian Romero says the game has bots. Well, if they're not offline, I don't care. Of course the game has bots. I'm talking about offline. And the amount of cheaters that you're going to see on this game in 72 hours, less than that, it's going to be ridiculous. Call me Chris, by the way. Is that what it said? Well, he already came through and he was talking nonsense earlier. Now he wants to come in here at the last minute. You can play offline bots as we speak if you have the disc. This guy is troll. Okay, now we're putting him back on the screen. No. Quit chatting. I'm trying to screenshot it. Jeez, now you guys want to chat. Now this guy's full of shit. Where's your source, bud? Fuck up out of here with that shit. What a dumb troll. Here, where's it at? Look at this loser. Show me one source on that. Look at this loser. You can play offline with bots as we speak if you have the disc. What a loser. Show me one source on that. Like, these guys come in here with just nonsense. I mean, they just come in here with nonsense. Now, if that is true, and if you can find a legitimate source, we're buying the game. And our opinion is going to change. But that's not a thing. I know better than that bullshit. You're full of shit. So we're going to have to start timing out. This is ridiculous. Coming in here and just making up things because you think it's funny. Why don't you go play Kingdom Come 2, bud? You play that trash-ass game. It's not woke, by the way. Yeah, you guys like to play double standard on what's woke. Christian Romero's full of shit. He doesn't deserve the attention on the screen. Taking him off. He couldn't provide one source. You can play offline bots, by the way, on the disc. No, you can't. Get a job. I saw it on Twitter. People are playing it early with the disc. Okay, but they're online. The servers are online. They're not playing offline, dude. The servers are already online. They're not playing it offline. If you mean offline as in like solo or something, well, that's a different... I'm talking about without internet. When you say offline, that means to me without internet. Now, if you're saying, well, these guys are in these lobbies because the game's not out, well, that is true probably, but that's not offline bots. That's just online. That's just online bots. I don't know what you're talking about. Twatter, by the way. He's probably watching AI clips or something. Unreal. Guys, we got 12%. I need you guys to start locking in. I'm wrapping the show up. The game comes out in less than 72 hours. I'm playing it on Friday, and I'm going to show you how terrible and boring it is. That's how it's going to work. And, if you guys want to talk smack and say, well, I'm better than you than the game, I don't know if there's a 1v1 option, but we can probably make that in Battlefield Portal, and we're going to have to start doing that. We're going to have to start doing a fake gamer tournament. Because you guys suck at these games, so you act like you're all tough, and it's like, well, you guys suck. I mean, I beat XQC at Zombies. Go. Exactly. You need to be connected to the internet. Yeah. The old Call of Duty games... Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, I'm assuming one of those games, you can play bots on the disc. It's like you have infinite content. I mean, really, honestly. But they haven't done that in years and years and years. Killzone 2 had offline bots, too, on the PS2. Well, Mike Bobo, we played the beta. We played the beta. It was a snooze fest. That destruction's horrible. And then you get in the tank, and it's just, ugh. It's so boring. And then you got all these, it's just woke themes all throughout. Now, if they were to play like the Limp Bizkit song or something like that, and I guess there is a soundtrack to the game, but it's like, well, they need, especially in that skate video game, they need to have like the music like ramp up when you're doing really good tricks and stuff. That needs to be a feature. These games have no great sound design. They got no Gears of War had offline bots. Really? I don't remember that. The first Gears of War had offline bots? Shit. I thought we had to play on Xbox. Counter-Strike, I'm not talking about Counter-Strike. Okay, if you guys are bringing up Counter-Strike, that's pure loserville. Okay, that's no, we're not. The fact that you losers sit around and play that Counter-Strike shit all day on Steam, it's like a game from 1998. Like, I cannot resonate with that. In fact, I would go the Japanese RPG route more so than Counter-Strike. I'm not doing Counter-Strike, dude. That's some weird-ass shit. Nobody wants to play against offline bots. Okay, so you don't care about owning. Okay, I'm not gonna discuss it. You're just a loser. I got low battery. I can't discuss it. We got 10%. Oh my God. Vehicle balance will ruin Battlefield 6. Well, why don't you go to the Steam forums and tell them that? Jeez. Counter-Strike, by the way. Can you imagine coming in here and mentioning that stupid-ass loser computer game? Oh, my God. Like, there's some great Kino comfy computer games from, like, 1995 and shit like that. And, you know, you could be mentioning some real classics and some real cool games, but you guys come in here and you come in with these Valve games. Oh, I'm not... The Valve fanboys are... Oh, you know, they might be number 2. Witcher fanboys, number 1. CD Projekt Red Witcher fanboys, number 1. Number 2, Valve fanboys. Holy shit. Weird people. Half-Life 2 this. Left 4 Dead 2 this. Steam Deck this. Why don't you just take the Steam Deck and shove it up your ass? Because I'm sure Gabe would love that. You love Gabe. You know, he's 400 pounds just like you. You resonate with him. Oh, he's such a chill CEO. Go fuck up out of here with that shit. Wasn't there a video on like 2021 where Gabe's going up to someone's fucking house with the mask on and he's giving out a Steam Deck, bro? Oh my God. Can you imagine wearing a mask in public? Like, that's so woke. Holy shit. Well, at least he steps outside of the basement, unlike you guys. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, they love Gabe. You know, they love the fact that they don't own their games either. They actually take pride in that. I have over 5,000 games on Steam, and I don't own any of them. And then they'll actually sit there and defend it and say that they actually do. They're, like, mentally unwell, and they think they're so delusional that they actually believe that they own it and that Valve, you know, Gabe will save them, you know, even if Steam shuts down one day. Just cringe lords. Oh, my God. Okay, we got to wrap this up. We're at 8%. We got to wrap this up. We're at 8%. We got to wrap this up. We're at 8%. We got to wrap this up. We're at 8%. Well, they said Tim Cook is stepping down. This is crazy. That's the rumor. Is it official though? John Turnus back to replace Apple CEO Tim Cook. That's the end of an era. That's crazy. Well, they need more innovation, and I don't know if Tim Cook, I don't think he can handle it. But Steve Jobs picked Tim Cook. So, Battlefield 6 is the top-selling game on Steam. Okay. Well, I'm buying it too. What do you want me to do? I mean, after that trailer, I have to buy it, you know. Let's take a look at this trailer again. I mean, after this trailer, we got to buy this game. What you mean, homie? Woo! Absolute cinema! Yeah! Yeah! Can't you feel the excitement coming through your veins? We're so fucking back. Holy shit, this is peak. Go to my Discord, guys. Look at this. It's so cool, man. Oh, my God, yes. The game is amazing. Cinema. Cinema. EA. Limp Bizkit. Give me something. A return to form. Oh, my God. Yes. Yes. Look at all this high action. Oh, my God. The streamers are having so much fun. Yes. Peak. We're back! Cinema! I'm pre-ordering the Phantom Edition! Oh my God, we're so back! Yes! Yes! Oh! Look at this! Boom! You know what I mean? Oh my god. Oh shit. It's almost like a parody, bro. Are you guys serious? That's how you're selling your game? Oh my god. Like if they showed off like genuine reactions and not Tim the Tap Man or whoever the hell that guy is, well then maybe it would make sense. But when you're, they should have showed someone crying because Battlefield is back and it's time to lock in. Like, you know, these Battlefield fans are just so emotional over their FPS game, and it's like, you guys didn't even play the old games. Like, you wouldn't even sit around and play Battlefield 3. You couldn't handle that, those graphics or those animations. Craig. Oh yeah. Well, he's sexy too. Craig's really hot. Review culture is the worst thing to happen to gaming. Yeah, it's terrible. And that's why we're tuning that out for GTA 6. We don't need reviews. We don't need previews. We don't need any of that bullshit. Just give me the fucking game and I'll tell you if it's good or not. We don't need to listen to what everyone else is seeing or playing or doing. It's just really cringe. And it would be a breath of fresh air. Little Nightmares 3, let's go ahead and get you banned. We're not playing that, so don't even start shilling garbage like that. No one's naming their channel Little Nightmares 3. Let's get that banned. That's coming on. No one's playing that. It's dead. Battlefield is what people are playing. Oh my god! Look at all those familiar faces jumping into our game. You could be just like them. Like they're yeah. Battlefield 6 will be game of the year, by the way. Well, I mean, if they're playing that song on the radio in the vehicle, I mean, you know, we can maybe up the score a little bit, but I didn't hear that in the beta, so. Guys, we got 5%. It's going to die. I need you guys to start locking in. We're done. Streaming culture, oh, yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, well, especially the big dogs, you know. Oh, my God. Where's my Mountain Dew? We got bar group beer, homie. What do you mean, homie? We got to wrap it up. Adam Theory's joining in at the very last second. Unbelievable. He said he finally got the notification. It's over. Well, YouTube's waiting too long to deploy notifications. We've been live for over 2 hours and 30 minutes. We discussed everything, and these people in here just can't listen. They don't want to listen. We went through it all. I still don't understand why those journalists were writing those articles. It makes no sense. It doesn't matter if the game's fully on the disc because it requires an internet connection to play. It's an online game, right? I don't understand what you're writing. The only thing I can understand from it is that I guess it saves you a little bit of a download time for the patches because it's, you know, the content's on the disc, but that's not enough to write a big article about and hype it up. Now, if it had offline bots, I'd be buying fucking 2 copies. If this had offline campaign and offline bots, yeah, we wouldn't need to play online. Fuck that shit. Because now we gotta. If we get it on a computer, we can play for free online. But if we get it on console, we'll have to. Buy PlayStation Plus. Holy shit. Return to form equals doing the bare minimum. Well, they haven't even brought the server browser back, and I was told by a hardcore veteran of the Battlefield franchise that. That was a major problem, that it wasn't Battlefield. So they didn't even bring the server browser back, and it's probably not coming back because I'm assuming it would have been there. So, listen, we're going to have to wrap it up here. We're at 4%. It's going to cut off if we don't wrap it up. So, with that said, we do appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show, and we'll see you on the battlefield. We're so back. Peak! Oh, my God! It's over! Absolute cinema! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, look at that realistic destruction! Red Faction's better, but we don't care! Yes! Battlefield is so back! Look at these shills! A return to form! A return to form! Oh man, look at that. A true return to form. It's over. We're so back, peak cinema. Yes, everyone's excited. Chainsaw, get the chainsaw. Oh my God, we got goosebumps. Yes, yes, cinema. We're so back. It's over.